And joining me now is Alicia Riedel with the Minnesota Association of Health Underwriters. Alicia, welcome to the show. You are a regular fixture at MNsure board meetings. You've been keeping a very close eye on what is happening there. Give me your overall assessment of how the second open enrollment period has gone.
I think the technical website itself has functioned much better than it did last year. There have been a few glitches here and there where consumers have had some troubles getting through or getting errors, but overall it feels like most people are getting through the website itself fairly easily, at least compared to last year. What we are finding is some people that are renewing their coverage are having some troubles remembering their passwords, and there's not a great process for getting that password reset, so there's some time added for people, but overall the website itself is functioning pretty well.
And I know you've also had some concern about the transparency of how much more people are going to end up paying for insurance, so technically the website seems to be working much better. I mean, I think all evidence indicates that. But do we know the full extent yet of what people are finding, especially those people who were in Preferred One last year, which was a low-cost provider? They're now out of the system. Are we hearing much feedback yet from what people are having to pay compared to last year?
We have some anecdotal stories from agents and brokers that are part of our association and have talked to us about, consumers and what they're finding for their increases. And I think a message out there has been that the tax credits might be significantly higher, therefore eating up that increase that people have on their policies. And we're not necessarily seeing that that's the case. We're certainly not seeing people having a raw increase of 60% because there's tax subsidies out there to help them if they qualify. But I think it's a little early to say. Based on what we heard at the MNsure board meeting last Wednesday, they really don't have a lot of people renewing yet. Most of the people that have enrolled so far are new consumers. So I think more to come on that.
And also, a lot of people go straight through MNsure. They can also use brokers, and you represent a lot of these brokers. It sounds to me like, from what you said this week, there are far fewer of these brokers who are now actually selling products through MNsure because they didn't find that it was that big of a segment of their business?
Yeah, I think there's a number of reasons, and we're actually trying to figure out what the specific reasons are from our membership and other agents in the state so we can have better information. But overall, what we're hearing is that it was a very cumbersome process to work with MNsure last year. It's much easier to work directly with an insurance company and enroll somebody directly. And with so few people qualifying for tax credit and financial help, because our premiums here in Minnesota are significantly lower than the rest of the country, it's much easier just to enroll them that way. Also, the training and especially the technical training wasn't very robust because they weren't sure what the website was going to look like and how it was going to function. And so a lot of brokers said, I just didn't get a lot of business from it. Most of my customers want to go direct anyways. I'm going to see how this open enrollment goes and then perhaps reevaluate.
And final thing, we do need to point out, though, if people do want to qualify for subsidies or find out if they do, they have to go through MNsure as opposed to some other means.
Absolutely, and it's really important if you're renewing and you went through MNsure last year that you go back to your agent or broker or to MNsure and check to see what your subsidies will be next year. If you do nothing, there's a good chance you're going to get automatically renewed with your current carrier and lose the subsidy you have today.
All right, well, I know you'll be keeping close tabs on what the second open enrollment is like and what the experience is, and we'll be checking in with you again. Alicia, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You can write to us at issue@kstp.com.